What did we make? Not a lot, really. 26 grand, 34 grand.
Okay, what do we got? Nope, go away.
Oh shit, is that a passenger dock? That's a passenger dock. Not a frigging cargo dock.
Oh, right, because we need... Whoops.
Is that not? That doesn't work that way anymore. That doesn't work that way. Okay. So that plan went up shit's creek, just as I thought it would happen.
What plan?
The dock plan didn't function exactly how I wanted it, but I know probably what I should have done. Was really I effectively needed to build a canal system, and I've never messed with the canal systems.
Oh yeah. So do you have So where'd you screw up at? Because I know one of the things that helps is setting the buoys, because the boats can kind of get lost.
Oh no, it wasn't that. It was the fact that the docks were accepting the. I was trying to move stuff from the goods bit, from like the livestock bit to the dock, but then over to the factory, but the dock had already picked up that the coverage area was too close to passengers, and it kind of screwed it. That's where I needed to do the canal side of things, and I'm guessing I need to do the canal side of things, and it was just messing around with it. So I've got a backup plan. It's fine. Right, you delete that. You're going from there to, for now, you're going over there, from there to there. You are going from
Got myself an oil tanker.
Nice.
Train. So yeah, I'm bringing oil over to the oil refinery via train.
It's not bad.
So yeah, good money in that.
Yeah.
I think. So I mean, I say that, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Right. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You're green. So you're going from there to there. Get rid of you. You're going from there to there.
Alright, so how much is that? That's...
You're going into there as well.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And you're
It's like
going...
10,000 monies?
It's not bad.
Every time it does a delivery?
And then you're going from there to there. Okay, so you need to go from your livestock, so you need to go from there to there. You need to go to there as well. You need to go to there. And then you need to go to here. Alright. Let's go and have a look at what Tim's been up to, shall we? So Tim's got buses running around. And mail trucks, I'm guessing, running there. He's got his coal mines. And now he's got a refinery, his newest addition. Guessing that.
So yeah, because I happened to notice that there was those oil wells like just nicely laid out in a direct line. I was like, ooh, let's take advantage of this.
Yeah.
I was hoping I couldn't. I mean, I leveled some of the land, but I still end up with some slopes.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm not dealing with like the bare minimum
I mean,
steam train. So
I mean, honest to God, looking at that layout there, looking at a certain point, you've got good places to put crossing points, passing point in.
Yep.
And messing around with signals.
Yep, I do. So I thought of that myself because I thought of that as well as far as setting up a second track for like going around or passing points or however I want to do it. So I was like, yeah, that works out nicely. But right now, this one train pretty much picks up everything. And because the oil well generates like 99,000, so by the time the train gets there, it picks up everything. So I mean, adding another train wouldn't help in that regard, but obviously I'm gonna need trains for some other shit going on here at some point.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to think of, what I was just thinking about doing, so I got the oil refinery that's right next to Nunfingley.
Yeah.
And looking at the display chain, the oil refinery is goods that go to houses.
Mm.
So should I set up cargo trucks that go from the refinery down to Nunfingley?
Yeah, I would say so.
Seems like that would be the best bet there, and that'll help continue to grow that town. So, because right now I got it down to the town grows every 77 days.
Yeah.
So, and then I know at some point you can invest money into the town.
What are you doing? Ooh. You're both. That's a problem. My current. I'm gonna sort my bosses out because they're not making me any sort of money. The bosses aren't. One of my trains is making me money at the minute. My overall vehicles are making me a bit of money. Definitely a learning experience. Used to be good at this. Used to be. $433. How many passengers are you using? 6. 6 and 3 bags of mail. Is that all you made me then? 19. So 199. These guys are gonna. I'm gonna bin that bus off a minute. How are you doing for profit? 10 grand this year, 12 grand last year, 2 grand overall running cost. So you're making me money, which is good. So if I do a bus stop there. The town is growing a bit. If I do another... I can't put it on a slope. Well, that's the first bus stop. And they can't go on junctions. Well, shit. Oh, this sucks. For that plan. Let's get you running there then. And let's go one. Good. Let's go you there. And then let's have you running like that. Till I can figure something out there.
Yep. The fact that I only sort of know what I'm doing kind of helps because I get more time to build up cash while I'm trying to figure something out.
Yeah.
Where the hell
is the nearest? I've got an oil refinery there, but that industry's gonna go because it's not. It's gonna worry me because it's not got anything to supply it with. Oil. Where is... It's too late, the refinery's gone. Bollocks. Okay, so has the factory got... It's got goods. It's got goods there. Okay. Right. Fine. Road. Cargo. There. And new vehicles. Goods truck. From here to here. Get you going. Oh, I forgot you can actually do it that way then. So if you need to clone a vehicle as well, the vehicles don't actually have to be in the depot. So if you've got a window of a vehicle open, and you want to clone the vehicle, you can click clone vehicle and then click on the vehicle itself that's in the window.
Yeah.
And it'll clone it.
Cool.
Oh, excuse me. Gross. You got lucky with that oil, I think. Because I've got an oil refinery, but I've got 2 oil refineries.
Ah, shit. That was stupid. I learned the hard way on that one. Okay, so everybody go back to the depot.
What did you do? Just send all your trucks at the same time?
No, that's interesting that, I forgot. I had like 3 buses going, and I was going to take one off and do something else, and I forgot that the shared orders works effectively. It works in a good way. It's just I forgot that the orders were shared, because when you do the control click to duplicate, it'll share the orders, meaning if you change the orders on one, it'll automatically update it to any of the others that are shared with it. So I sent one of the buses back to the depot, deleted all of its orders, and then was like, oh, great, I just did that for all the buses in town. Whoops.
Whoops.
So thankfully, I mean, I only had like 3 buses, so it's not that big of a deal. 2. Oh, a new aircraft is now available.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
So, are you dealing with airplanes?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What do I need? Where's my nearest? Can you do me a quick favor? You just do a pause looking. You're the
Yep.
only one that can do that. Oh, I'm in real shit. Are you in shit?
No.
Because I'm trying to.
What'd you do?
Oh.
I'm not going with bus schedules. I don't know what the hell you're doing over there.
I need steel. And I'm struggling to find steel that's close. I need steel mill that should be. I don't know if I've got anything close to where I am.
What is that? That's gray. Well, you get a steel mill, like north of you there.
I've got an iron ore mine.
Now there's a Cunning Pool steel mill. It's not an ideal. So see where you got Renningsberry mines?
Ooh, right, yeah. Shit.
So that's the only close one that I can see in that neighborhood. Yeah, that looks like your closest steel mill. So why do you need steel?
Goods. for the factory.
So, right.
That's how you get your goods crates.
Well, that's one way.
Yeah. Well, I've had like livestock and grain coming over, but I'm not getting any goods being produced. I did have.
Well, do you have those coming from a factory? Do you have those going to a factory?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah. So I see. Yeah, the Brandbridge Woods factory,
Hmm.
and then yeah, because it says 0 crates of goods generated. What do you have coming into the factory? It's connected to town, but you don't have any. The factory's doesn't have any inputs. That I see.
One of it's going back into Grainingberry, but
Yeah, but you don't have like. If you look at the display chain for the factory, you need either a farm or a steel mill going into the factory to generate goods.
I've got livestock and grain going in.
From where?
Yeah, it's taken a while. All over at Wentfield.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just follow. I just as you said that, I was following the road back. Oh jeeps. Hey, you got that's a long.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
That's a long run. So you got okay. So.
So I do have stuff coming in, but.
Okay. Yeah, and it says 21% of the grain and 33% of your livestock is being transported.
I need to get more.
Sure, but just to confirm, you do have some sort of transport going on there. And then those are going. Where are you going? You're going there. Where's one of your. Oh, here we go. Heading for Brandbridge Woods. Okay, so this guy here, yeah, heading for Brandbridge Woods, and he's got. But he's a goods truck.
Yeah, he's empty.
So he's empty because there's no goods yet. Where is
the livestock truck? Is on that long stretch of road between.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. You got where is it?
14 items.
So if we look at everybody here, and I want to sort by livestock, and you've got 14 heads of livestock, and this guy's got 14 heads of livestock. Okay, I mean you get a bunch of trucks that are
on the way over.
On their way.
See, I was contemplating, but I'm not gonna do it because it's fucking stupid.
So I mean, you've got a bunch of trucks that are
on the way.
Well, you got a bunch of trucks set up to that because there's.
I mean,
looking at the trucks, you've got. So by cargo type, if we look at livestock, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trucks.
Yeah. I could give them a shorter route.
Three trucks for that. Yeah, I mean that's the thing that's the tricky bit is you got a long route going on here. So
I'm tempted to build a fucking bridge across the water, but it'd cost me a fortune.
Yeah, and what was the problem again with the boats?
It was basically the original idea was because where the dock was, it was too close to Wentfield on coverage area. So what it was doing was basically accepting the boats as passenger and mail, rather than anything I was taking down to the dock. It wouldn't unload the stuff at the dock.
Well, what about I mean, if you don't put it near Like, because yeah, that's the tricky bit. How do you?
Because you can tell a truck to
Because
just
I mean, there's got to
basically
be a way.
unload.
Because you've got, if you look, so where you have Brainbridge Woods, straight across the water going towards Wentfield Mines.
Mm,
If you just had like a dock
yeah.
cutting like straight across between those 2 points and be nowhere near Wentfield, I mean, it seems like, there's got to be a way of setting up a dock
There
and then
probably
saying what
is,
it
but
accepts, right?
there probably is, but I just can't remember.
Hmm. Because it seems like that'd be your best bet is if you just had a dock on either side of the water,
Yeah.
then you could have boats that literally just go straight back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Between there seems like would be the best bet if you could figure out how to get that done. So are you running low on money?
No.
Okay.
It's just figuring stuff out. I was just looking
I hear ya.
and I was just thinking about actually doing the whole steel thing, but then that's a hell of a run
right.
and
Because
all.
steel. It seems like it'd probably be more expensive to try and get your steel going, given how far away that.
Well, the coal's not so bad. The coal isn't bad, but it's where that steel mill is.
Yeah. So, well, that steel mill's not too bad, and you could feed. Because if you look at where that steel mill is, the Cunning Pool steel mill.
Yeah, it's technically a mine there.
Just on the other side of Cunning Pool, you've got another iron ore mine. You could actually just like feed it from there, and then maybe just set up a train or something that goes from that down to Brambridge. Yeah, I mean that would work. I mean, if you can't figure out the boat thing, that might be, or if that boat thing won't work the way it's supposed to, that might be another bit. Yeah.
Oh well, you can.
All right, yeah, I'll unpause it and get back to futzing with my. Let's see, where am I?
What are you up to?
I am at the moment futzing with my
Buses.
My buses in Sunningville Central, because I had to put them all. I fucked up the orders, so I gotta redo the orders. But I'm gonna set up a couple of buses to go between the towns to see if I can get some.
Yeah, I tried
interchange going there to see how that works, because I had a couple of buses that were reporting as being not profitable.
Yeah.
So, all right, so pause is off.
Okay.
Okay, so right, so I just want to set up.
So what I might do then is. Buy another truck. Send you to there. To there. Why didn't you have? Fuck, I didn't click on the go to orders. Of course you didn't. Transport fever all over again. I was having a little bit of a mess around with, well, going through the tutorial on KSP2. The tutorials are very handy on Kerbal Space Program 2. It's what Kerbal Space Program needed.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to ask you about KSP2 because I've heard a lot of mixed stuff. Most of the issues people seem to be, or most of what people are complaining about the most seem to be performance-related issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, for some reason, I didn't. For From what I was just doing on the tutorials, I didn't see a lot of.
Yeah, probably not on the tutorials, but I would assume like once you get to a certain point into it, like it, you know, because people seem to, especially like I guess from like space or whatever. If you look back at Kerbin, it just seemed to like lag out like crazy.
I did.
But again, I mean, you do have a newer system.
Yeah.
In fairness, so that obviously is going to make a big difference.
Because I noticed that even a certain YouTuber was struggling with his 2080 Ti.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the thing is, it's not always going to be, you know, like you can talk. A lot of people, of course, video games because it's visual. We always talk about like, you know, oh, video card, video card, video card. But obviously, memory and processor and motherboard and how that all comes together makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Because there can be a lot of points of bottleneck when we talk about a game like that. That yeah, there's a lot of pretty visuals, but at the same time, there's a lot of raw simulation going on. That has nothing to do with the video card.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the stuff that that can end up causing overhead.
Yeah.
So you know, it's hard to know where the bottleneck lies, but obviously they're definitely looking into that.
Is that you?
Yep, that's me.
Oh, okay, I thought it was me.
13 die in Fireball. Yeah, because it's Nottingfield Valley.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
Basically, there's a point where if they hit the level crossing at the wrong time.
Oh, the other trucks have been stopping. Like, I literally saw earlier a truck stop when a train was going by. So I don't know why suddenly...
Sometimes it does it. It's a bit random.
So did I lose... I guess the question is, did I lose a bus?
Yep.
So I lost that vehicle? Okay,
yep.
That's fair. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Are you still making me profit? That's all I want to know. Yes, you are. That's good. Okay, how am I sodding buses?
So, I mean, that's fine. That bus was old and wasn't making me much money. So, I mean, I'm sorry the people died, but whatever. Come on, bus. Little bus that could.
How are you guys doing? So you're making me more profit this year. How are you doing? You're not making me a lot. Which is a worrying thing. You've made me profit this year. But you didn't make me a lot. Ah. Buses suck. Just putting that out there. Buses suck.
Yeah, they kind of do. Speaking of which, bus.
So I've had to put extra coal trucks on one of my mines because the mine's increasing in its production.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's totally a value. One passenger going from one town to the other.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, come on, people.
Right, so you're now okay. So you're now.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so it's 40.
Yeah, okay, good. You are generating goods.
48 crates of goods waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad.
So you're a goods truck. So you guys haven't been making me profit yet.
I hear you.
It's decisions.
I mean, no longer.
Hmm? No longer what?
What is that? It says, so Sunningville Central no longer accepting goods.
Yeah, it might have too many. Or is your what's your town growth like?
Town growth is every 105 days. There's not really any overage on the stuff. Let's see, where do I see that message again? Message history. No, that doesn't tell me about that stuff.
I was gonna say, if you've got it's usually your last message or news report.
Yeah, I'm looking at the message history for the thing, but that doesn't seem to have that message. It's because it's one of those like blue messages that pop up, like if your stuff isn't doing well, and that doesn't seem to be part of the same message history. I don't. Okay, well, whatever. I don't know what's going on there. Sweet, I made 122,000 monies last year.
Fucking hell. Well, you're beating me at the minute then.
Yeah, well, I'm not really growing much at the moment. That's why. I'm gonna figure out what the hell I want to do now.
Because I only made like 62,000 last.
So yeah, but you probably spent a bunch on construction. I didn't really spend much on construction.
150 quid on construction.
Right. I spent a grand total of $1,720.
30 grand in new vehicles.
Right.
So yeah, that's what killed me.
Yeah. Right. I spent nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier to have more profit if you don't spend any money. You know. Okay. All right. Let's get my shit together. What the hell am I doing here?
What are you doing on your loan payment?
Okay, Sunnyvale Central now accepts goods. Okay, cool. Loan payment.
I should say, how much loan have you got left?
Well, I haven't paid much of it off. I still got 180,000 on loan.
I got nine.
But I got a bunch of money. I should actually probably.
I got 9.
Bring
I got 80 grand to pay off at the minute.
Me too now. Because I had over $300,000. So.
Yeah. Well, the max loan is
So
300. Is a 300,000 loan. Alright, so are you still producing goods? Yes, you are. I've had 41% transported. So you've got 74 crates of. I need some goods trucks.
Alright, so how is... Oh, have you been growing at all? No.
Where are the shit of my goods trucks? There. So to clone... I can't yet because I haven't got enough. Be dull. Are you a goods truck? You're a goods truck. You didn't make me any money last year!
I figured out how to figure out the elevation question, by the way.
Yeah.
You hit the question mark all the way at the top right there.
Mm.
And then when you click on a tile, it'll give you tile information, the land area info. And if you look at the coordinates, it's x, y, and then height. So the third value is the height of the tile or the elevation. So that way, if you want to know, like, oh, is the elevation of this building higher or lower than the elevation somewhere else, you can just click on the two relevant tiles and then, you know, look at that third number.
Times 2 times 1. So take it times 1. Yeah, times 1 is ground level then. Have I got enough money yet? Yeah. Get you running. Goddamn vehicle, stop breaking down! You assholes! Make me money! Okay, so I got some more goods vehicles going out. Uh, 84 crits of goods. 25% transported. But see, there's not even a point. Probably no point me even setting up a little bloody train route to run that. But I'm sure with the whole, like, going back to the whole KSP2 thing, I'm sure that they should get stuff sorted out. Hopefully quickly.
Yeah, I mean they have announced on Steam that kind of there are things that they're working on. It says KSP's performance is not set in stone. The game is undergoing continuous optimization, and performance will improve over the course of early access. We'll do our best to communicate when future updates contain meaningful performance improvements. So watch this space.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Well, I knew I was gonna be getting KSP2 anyways, because I liked KSP, but what sort of swung me a little bit more was the multiplayer side of things. Just I think that'd be quite interesting. I think that'd be quite fun. But the tutorial and the...
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how, like, what they're gonna do in that space.
Yeah, because in terms of, like, no pun intended, the way they've done the controls are a lot better. They're a little... They still can be quite complicated, but they've made it so a younger... I know this is going to sound wrong, but a younger kid can play it without it being... This is the whole point of the way the tutorials have been cartoonized, and the way that they've done the tutorials. And, it's become a bit of an educational thing. And there's humour, there's the whole Kerbal humour chucked in there at the same time. But the tutorials, even for a first time player who's never really played Kerbal, they are very helpful.
I would imagine.
Obviously I've played Kerbal, but for newer players, it's good and it's helpful for them. But even the UI of Kerbal KSP2 to KSP has been greatly improved. It needed it. But there are certain little things with like with is it SAS or SRS? It's one of the basically one of the control systems that you do a click of a button on screen and it will make your rocket go, you know, prograde or retrograde, or it's simplifying the controls a little bit. It's helping, and the orbits are a little bit easier, and obviously there is other stuff that's missing right now. There's colonies that's missing where you're going to be able to set colonies up. There's going to be interstellar travel, so it's not just going to be the Kerbin system. You're going to be able to travel using these interstellar like arcs, for want of a better word to call it.
That's cool. I mean, and that makes sense. I mean, that's a natural evolution of their core mechanic.
Mm.
You know, going from, you know, solar system to
Yeah.
getting something bigger, I think makes a lot of sense for that overall.
I mean, it's going to be fun because you're going to be able to set up proper, well, I don't know yet, but I know you're going to be able to do space stations as well and stuff like that for colonies, and there's going to be a lot more in this game than I think what KSP had to offer.
Yeah.
Visually, it's looking how KSP should have looked originally, but I get when KSP released, technology was okay.
Well, it was also I think a smaller team originally with you know,
Okay.
because I mean KSP was a bit of an indie game.
Mm.
So, you know, I think, and obviously because it did well for itself, they were able to take some of that funding and deal with, you know, continuing to add more to KSP. But I think obviously this time around they have a lot more funding and probably more people to do more with it. And also, you know, you from a programming standpoint, you know, there's so often you develop yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, okay, well, we've built this thing with this goal. Trying to make it bigger would actually mean kind of having to redo the whole thing, right? And when you get to that point, well, that's kind of the advantage of having KSP2. That's where they can kind of take all of the stuff that they learned on their side of the fence from KSP1 and apply that to KSP2.
Mm. Because because Kerbal Space Program was developed by Squad,
Right.
but it was still private division. KSP2 is Intercept, but some of Squad have some of the, I believe it's been a joint project between Intercept and Squad.
Right.
To do like KSP 2, and I mean don't get me wrong, I've only played a little bit of it, but it's looking promising if they can get the shit together and fix problems, because you know they can fix their little optimization issues, but it's not been out long, you know, it's only been out what, 4 days?
Yeah, Yeah, and I mean, especially for optimization stuff, there might be some stuff based on feedback on the top that they might be able to kind of address more quickly. But overall, optimizations take time, and it's early access.
Yeah.
So they didn't release it claiming that it's done.
Hmm.
It is an early access, so there is that side of the fence as well.
Yeah. And I'm not bothered that there is optimization issues, but some people are clearly pissed at it. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, it's in early access. So you're not gonna get a sort of good. Well, sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. You might not always get a good experience at first.
Yep.
But as long as the developers and stuff, as long as they do well with it, then I mean, I looked at some of the reviews for KSP2, and it's like, people are recommending it, but people are saying, there is a bit, obviously with the optimization stuff, and things like that,
Yeah.
but people are turning around and not recommending the game because of the optimizations, but they've only put like 0.2 hours into the game, and it's like, you're just basically giving them hassle for it, and it's like, just let them sort of deal with things, but rather than slamming a bad review on them, why don't you just give them a bit of feedback or something?
Yeah.
Not just go slating on them. So I decided to considering I wasn't going to try the dock thing, I have just built a sodding suspension bridge right across. Cost me about 20k.
Right.
But that I'm prepared to do that if it's gonna help. I mean, you've got 14 crates on you, and it gives my trucks a shorter route at the moment. 60 crates of goods. Is that actually in the? What I could do then is that in? No, that's a factory. There's 55 crates of goods left. Is it worth me perhaps supplying another town? There's a nice big city there. God damn, there's forests. But where the hell's the sawmill? There's kind of no point. Don't want to touch too much into trains yet, because they're costly.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, good return on investment.
The oil.
If you're set up right, but
where I am, I'm not. I'm a little bit of a. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, last year, that train made me 13 grand. It's not as much as probably what your oil train's making you like.
Yep, but you know what is. All right, so let's.
My buses are shit. My intercity buses are shite. Oh god. Please stop, bus. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, it's gonna be a fireball. Ooh. That was close. Right, there's 153 tons of coal. There's 150. Shit, you guys aren't even shifting this hardly. Okay. Blink. Let's... There's 152 tons of 164 tons of coal weighing there. I've just had to invest in a little bit more coal trucks on one of my mines just to start shifting it a bit more.
Yep, I hear you. I'm actually looking at setting up a train for one of my coal mines right now, just because the trucks are just not really keeping up.
No, they're not. But the problem is that I could do it. It's just a little bit shit terrain. That's the worrying thing about it. Okay, this is kind of denting that a little bit.
Coal hopper. So it's 30.
Sort Oh shit.
Yep, that's you. 2 die in fireball after collision with train.
Yeah, that was. Ooh, that's not good. It's alright, one of my... I'm just going through quite a few of the messages, but there was... That was the bus, wasn't it?
Probably?
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't...
I think that was the bus.
I just made sure it wasn't one of mine and then was like, okay, whatever.
Yep, that was my bus. That was my intercity bus. Bugger. Oh, the vehicle's bloody disappeared now. One, two. Why can't you? Oh, yeah, of course. Guess you can't go to that station because it's friggin' goods. Okay, so let's run them two. So how are we doing? That's an oil refinery. That's an oil refinery. 117 tons of grain. 32 items of livestock. I've had more livestock transported than I have grain. Bugger! Okay, so I need to go from there to... Glad we'll get some new road vehicles that might be a little bit more reliable. You having that problem?
Oh yeah, the vehicle breakdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you can set the service interval, but it's kind of annoying that that happens. Right, so that's some more grain trucks on the go. I haven't quite made as much as I did. I've just managed to make a bit more than I have last year. Which isn't bad.